Ever get that feeling? That like something's off in your relationship, like a little voice whispering, uh-oh, red flag, but then you kind of ignore it.
Oh yeah, we've all been there.
Well, today we're tackling a tough one, infidelity.
Big topic.
We're diving deep with this book, Mastering the Art of Spotting the Top 20 Relationship Red Flags.
By L. Robinson, right?
That's the one. And we're zeroing in on Chapter 8, The Unfaithful Signals. Why this chapter?
Because unfortunately, infidelity, it's more common than we like to think.
And it can really wreck things.
Absolutely. Destroys trust, leaves you feeling awful.
The book follows this couple, Sarah and Michael. Seem like the perfect pair, then bam, things go sideways.
And that's what's so sneaky about red flags. They often start small, easy to dismiss.
Like, oh, it's nothing, you know?
Exactly. But those little things can snowball fast.
Before we jump into Sarah and Michael's drama, let's define infidelity. It's not always black and white.
Right. Most people think physical cheating, and yeah, that's definitely part of it. But it's also about emotional intimacy with someone else, keeping secrets. That whole betrayal of trust thing, it cuts deep, you know?
So Sarah and Michael, they start out strong, right?
Totally. Super connected, all lovey-dovey. Then Michael's behavior changes.
Like how? Give us the juicy details.
He's working late constantly, taking these random business trips.
Ah, the classic busy at work excuse.
And his explanations, super vague.
Sarah's got to be suspicious at this point.
Wouldn't you be? It's like, hold on, something's fishy here. Those unexplained absences. Major red flag.
Huge. And then there's the whole secrecy thing, right?
Oh yeah, Michael becomes Mr. Secretive, phone glued to his hand, always hiding his laptop screen.
Taking calls in hushed tones, probably.
Exactly. Remember how open they used to be? Total 180.
So what's driving this secrecy from a psychological standpoint?
Usually guilt and fear of getting caught, obviously. It's like they build these walls to hide their actions, but those walls just push the couple further apart.
Makes sense. The book also talks about their intimacy changing.
Right, that emotional and physical closeness they had, it starts fading.
That's a big one. What's the significance of that, do you think?
It shows a shift in priorities. When someone's investing their energy elsewhere, romantically or emotionally, it impacts their primary relationship. It's like, where's your head at, buddy?
Tough spot for Sarah.
Yeah.
What does the book suggest she do?
Talk to Michael, straight up.
Easier said than done, right?
For sure, those convos are scary. But the book stresses open, honest communication. Not accusing, but really trying to understand where he's at.
That takes guts.
It does. But without that, forget rebuilding trust.
Speaking of, big question. Can trust ever fully recover after infidelity?
Ooh, that's a tough one. It's like shattering a vase, then trying to glue it back together.
Possible, but...
It takes work from both people. Willingness to be vulnerable, to forgive.
Sounds messy.
It can be. Therapy often helps, gives a safe space to process all those emotions.
So couples counseling, individual therapy.
Both can be beneficial. It's not just about staying together or breaking up. It's about figuring out healthy ways to move forward.
You know, it's interesting. We're focused on romantic relationships here. But these ideas, like red flags and boundaries...
They apply everywhere. Friendships, family, work.
Totally. Recognizing those unhealthy patterns, setting limits.
That's key for any relationship. Protects you, protects them.
Oh, this deep dive got real deep, real fast.
Yeah.
But it's not about freaking out, right?
Not at all. It's about being informed. Knowledge is power, especially in relationships.
This was just one chapter, and there are 19 more red flags this book covers.
So much to learn. What are your non-negotiables in relationships it's worth thinking about? Because knowing your boundaries, that's how you build strong connections that actually last.
Great advice to end on. Thanks for the insightful chat, as always.
Anytime.